Welcome back to another one. Now, we need to get into this real quick because what's up, Raiders? This needs to be brought to the forefront because of all the activities that's been going around about LeBron James' comments about Memphis. We covered it yesterday when the goons told him don't come back. So now you're starting to see a lot of black people just in general think, LeBron is out there, Sean Connery and doing a whole lot of activities that don't really sit well with the general overall picture of what is supposed to be the standard for the guy as the face of the league. We're supposed to be inclusive to all, right? And they say, well, Michael Jordan is like that, but Michael Jordan ain't stupid enough to open his mouth and say something like that, even to white people. And if he do, there ain't gonna be no cameras around. Now, what's up, Derek? Now, Kwame Brown came out and defended LeBron James's statements about Memphis. And this was surprising to me. I was like, wow, I didn't expect that. So I was listening to it, and they was like, see, you wrong, because Kwame Brown said LeBron James did the right thing. He was right. He don't want to go to Memphis. Nobody want to go to Memphis. So now, that was funny that the person said that. But here's the thing. Yeah, I'm upset. I was asleep when he did his live. I wish I'd have made that live. I would have said drop the link for this one. No. Number one, baby. Job ain't done. Job ain't done. Now, here's the thing, though. In this scenario, in this picture, in this environment, this climate of what he's trying to say about LeBron is alarming in different stances because it kind of don't measure up. It's playing into a stereotype about us as black people in areas, and it's like LeBron ain't gonna be hanging out in the hood. Okay, that's not gonna happen. But let's listen.
I come up here and say things that are off and wrong. Yeah, we all do. But you're not gonna come up here and tell me about real life. And real life, though, is neighborhoods and it's blocks where Negroes can't walk up the goddamn street. I participated in it. So go down there and ask Glenn County Police Department what happened on 913 MLK. The 900 block of MLK, your ass wasn't coming off London Street or Prince Street without some people coming to talk to you about what you're doing over there. So, hey, let's pretend, though. We're in pretend world now. But the crazy thing about it is that they always want the athletes and the celebrities to speak up, but no one wants to hear what they got to say. White people tell them to shut up and dribble. Black people tell them to don't ever embarrass us. So that means don't ever tell the truth. But this one, that I think the way LeBron went about it, I think he's going to get a little bit of backlash because it's hard to recover from that when you kind of embarrass your city. It's too much emotions behind that. I would never say I wouldn't want to come home or I don't like going home on the airways. Some of the people make it challenging for me to go home. Some of the people that get in my business, but I'm not going to say something about the entire city because of some of the people. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't move to Memphis either. Too much violence. Well, LeBron James can't say that. LeBron James is a celebrity figure that they use to sell products. And once he stopped being used to sell products and he starts saying anything real, I'm pretty sure his publicist wasn't there with him when he said that. Yeah, his publicist wasn't there when he said that. Because I don't know how this conversation, because his publicist would have known this conversation is not going to go the way you think it's going to go, LeBron. I know you just said you don't like hotels. I know in your mind you think it's going to be received that way, and it should be received that way. But for whatever reason, LeBron, people hold you to a higher standard, a higher regard. They got you calling yourself the damn king. So apparently you can't say anything. So LeBron says something that to me hit 2 points that I know about all too well, because I know about the situation in Memphis. The guys don't even stay in Memphis no more. They stay in Mississippi. So for the people that didn't understand that this was years in the making, this is years of poor customer service. This is years of people being assaulted or not being able to move around in that city. That city is a pimp and hoe state. A lot of the guys go out, they think they're meeting a girl, but they're meeting a prostitute. And this prostitute is owned by a pimp. And these pimps will come holler at you at that hotel or wherever you go. Because this girl with this big old booty, she belongs to somebody else. And they letting you borrow her for a second, because once she get to your location, she probably going to relieve you of all your things. See, we don't like to tell the truth. And I can't stand that we always cry like little ass children when somebody comes and say things that should invoke thought and conversation and change. But you can't bring about change when you can't even talk truthfully. Hold on, y'all.
Now, let's unpack what he just said. Because what he said does not even come close to LeBron James. And it does not come close to black folks. Everything he said there is based off of stereotypes in a certain position, in a section, in a city, and he characterized it for the entire city. Memphis is a pimp and hoe state. First of all, it's a city, but to say the whole city of Memphis is running off pimping and hoeing is it's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But it's people that own businesses, and like they got restaurants, they have all different type of things transpiring in Memphis, period. They got people that go to jobs, warehouse plants. It's everyday people working. Now, the stereotype that's saying people don't even live in Memphis anymore, they got to go. Name an NBA city, and I'll tell you, no players live in the city that they play. Nobody lives in Chicago and play for the Chicago Bulls. Nobody lives in Detroit, play for the Detroit Pistons. Nobody lives in Los Angeles, play for the Los Angeles Lakers or Clippers. So let's stop the narratives of moving the goalposts when it comes to professional athletes in Memphis. We're targeting Memphis when that is the absolute truth. Nobody lives in the city where they're playing. So why is Memphis so different? Oh, the crime. Crime is down 30% in Memphis. And we know why there was crime at first. Plus, they talking about they can't move around in the city. No NBA player on the Memphis Grizzlies has been assaulted, have been hurt, and they have been in Memphis for 25 years. The only player to ever be hurt was Lorenzen Wright when he was set up by his own wife to have somebody murder him for some insurance money. Had nothing to do with Memphis and no crime. There's crime in every city. Did you hear LeBron say he didn't want to play for Chicago? He wasn't worried about not being able to move in Chicago. He wasn't worried about the crime in Chicago. He said Milwaukee. Talking about hotels. That was the cleanup job. That was the second time when he doubled down and said something even more stupid. He was, I don't want to go back home either. Cleveland, I don't want to go there. So you know he ain't going back to play for Cleveland. That was out of the question. He's never going back. He don't want to go back to Cleveland. And all these two people do is welcome him. Welcome home, LeBron, you and Bronny. Bronny like, man, I don't know this place. They don't care. There's been no safety concerns in Memphis for NBA basketball players, period. Some of the players, they live in Mississippi because that's where they're close. It's close to all these different areas. Some people do live in different areas. Ja Morant, he got his house robbed, and that was because he was involved in some nonsense, but he lives out in Eads, Tennessee. That's about 30 minutes from Memphis. So a lot of them live in Tennessee. So a lot of them live in Rayling. So a lot of them live in these different areas around the stadium. So no way, shape, or form, Memphis has been the safest place. People have played in LA. Players have had more stuff happen to them playing for the Lakers and the Clippers than any place in the world. That's why it's so hypocritical. Like, what makes LA better? Because it's LA, the Hollywoods. You in more danger in LA than any place else. More players have been robbed in Los Angeles than anybody in any team in history. Ask the players. They'll tell you. Los Angeles, yeah, I played there. After the game, I got robbed. You know, plenty of robberies. None of this is going down in Memphis. But I think it's gross that we are sitting here fanning the waves of a narrative to make it affect the whole city because we want to blame the black element of it and put a black eye on it. Not to say, hey, man, this mayor has really brought the crime rate down. Everything is starting to improve in Memphis. Instead of saying that, we're running with a narrative because LeBron's speaking on something, a generality that don't affect LeBron James at all, because LeBron James would never be going around the city of Memphis. He would never be going around the city of Memphis, just walking around. He can't do that now. There's never been an assault on any high-profile actors, NBA players, nothing. They always treated the Memphis Grizzlies fans, everybody in there, they treat them with respect. There's more white people in Memphis than it is black people. But they act like black people run Memphis and they running people out of the town. It's all, everybody just shoot them up. It's the same thing they do to Chicago. Same thing, bro. No, I disagree wholeheartedly with his take. He's based on a generality. They say the same things because they're going off the news. They're going off the news and they're not looking at what's actually happening in the city. Nobody's ever been robbed in Memphis. None of the players, besides Ja, who got into some street shit, and that's what happened to him. It's just like anywhere else in any city you go into. If you messing around, that's when people normally get popped. They going and they warring back and forth. It ain't just some random person just getting popped. That's very rare. It's normally some gang-ish kicking off or some beef that start a war going back and forth where you see death tolls go up. This side don't like this side, and the police just don't care. Once it start coming election time, people start caring. You see more police presence, and they start taking care of the situation. Since this mayor's been there, he's been doing a lot of cleaning up and fixing Memphis. Chicago got better. Everybody had to step it up. We're not lying right now for Memphis. Crime is down over 30% in Memphis. You can look that up. It's just that we can't sit here and continuously blame a stereotyping narrative. And it's dangerous for people like LeBron James, who has this, supposed to be the face of the NBA, to push a false narrative like that. And if you got to listen to what everything LeBron James said on that golf course when he was talking to them, he wasn't talking about staying in a hotel. This had nothing to do with a hotel. This has something to do with him just saying, don't nobody want to play in Memphis. They should just move it to Tennessee. Because you got NASCAR, you got golf. Man, y'all got everything in Tennessee. They should just have it over there. What he mean is, I need to be around bougie white folks. It ain't a lot of black folks. That's what he meant. Let's move it to Tennessee, around more white people. Who don't care about basketball anyway. That's why it's not in. Look, let me tell you something, LeBron. They don't care about the NBA in Tennessee. That's why they don't have a team in Tennessee. Memphis is the closest thing they would get. Why? Because black folks care about basketball, the NBA. They want to go out. That's why they have it there in Memphis. Nashville, Tennessee don't care about goddamn NBA. Now, you can watch Tusi your monkey ass over to Nashville, Tennessee, and go do some damn line stepping with your cowboy boots on and cowboy hat. If you want to. That's where LeBron wants the team moved to. He wants the Grizzlies to move to Nashville. See, that's what I'm saying. Nobody really listened to everything LeBron James said because the news cut it off. The news kind of cut until went straight to certain points. But all the things he was saying on that golf course to those white people, curtailing to them, he's always been a show pony for white kids and white people. He's always been the dancing monkey boy. The Nashville Grizzlies. So he needs to be out the league. But here's a guy that could be a potential owner of an NBA basketball team. Do you want this kind of mindset in your office? I don't think so. It's dangerous to think like that. I totally disagree with that point. Should they improve their training facilities? Of course. Money need to be put in from the city, whatever, to improve their training facilities and things of that nature. But that's a Memphis Grizzly situation. LeBron was not complaining about training facilities. He wasn't complaining about, oh, man, the crime, man. I can't go nowhere in the city of Memphis. There's plenty of places they can go in Memphis. They act like Memphis is just an okay corral. You know how many rich people live in Memphis? Have you ever been to North Memphis? He was bunny hopping like Meek Mill on that golf course. They show you every day the boule is alive and well. Yeah, exactly. We already know what he is. We already know he didn't went over there and made a pact with them so that he can go ahead and get his money. And a puppet like LeBron, when you put him in place, they do all these guys the same way. They put these puppets in place. LeBron James is the puppet face. And now he's going to usher in Luka. Luka is already a better player than him, but still, they got to keep LeBron's name out there because he does the work for them. He lures black people to sleep. Keep them not asking questions. Keep them dumb. And listen to white man. White man that knows what he's talking about, let's just follow him. That's LeBron's mentality. Let's just get the money and follow him and play boss. He played like he was the boss. Rich Paul is a super powerful agent. Rich Paul wasn't negotiating no contracts. He has no legal representation. He has no law degree. He don't even have a college degree. So they had a white guy in there who was doing all these things for him, and it all got exposed when he sued him. And they settled with him out of court. Another person sued, and Rich Paul had to settle with him out of court. And they keep the whole thing quiet because that's all they really want to do is bury it because all the secrets is coming out. This dude can't negotiate anything. That's why they signed with UTA. UTA got all the guys that can go out and do Rich Paul's job, which get him time enough to just do nothing but go and podcast with Max Kellerman talking about some of the dumbest shit that you've ever heard in your life. He's like, they only care about football in Nashville. And race car driving. Don't ever forget that. That's number one. Football and race car driving. You ain't talking about stock car racing. You better be talking about football. They be the NBA. That thing's still going on. Shoot, they don't even show NBA highlights in Nashville. Shoot, what you talking about? Hey, I thought Michael Jordan, they stopped that thing when he retired. Didn't he retire and they stopped it? They had a guy named LeBron James. LeBron James? Who the hell is that? They don't even know who his ass is in Nashville. They stopped watching after Jordan retired. Football, country music, race car driving, that's Nashville. New York City. Somebody get a rope. Hey. Yeah, I mean, if I understood where Kwame was coming from, but my goodness. No way. No way is that Memphis. See, that's the thing that people miss. The point of it is this. It's like, LeBron, you're speaking about shit you don't know about because you don't even come to Memphis. You never did. When was he ever in Memphis? People go on Bill Street all the damn time. LeBron had been in the league 23 years. When were you kicking it in Memphis? Man, Memphis on Beale Street, they had a jazz club. They got all these spots, people chilling and kicking it, just doing grown folk stuff. Man, don't nobody be doing nothing crazy out there in Memphis like that. They be warring on their streets in their hood. That's in every city. And I'm like, dog, you play for the Lakers. That's the biggest hypocrisy ever. Every player and athlete has been robbed, stuck up, home burglaries, everything through the roof in LA. Hell, they killed Biggie and goddamn Pop Smoke. And they were visiting. It's all right with you. More NBA players are hurt or robbed or violated, family members violated in Los Angeles, even now, than ever in Memphis. Memphis ain't had one incident. Ja Morant's house got robbed because he was involved in some shit with these niggas. So these niggas went out and robbed his house. That's what that was about. That had nothing to do with the people of Memphis. That was Ja getting involved with some street nigga shit. Something an NBA player isn't supposed to do. Nobody there has ever had any problems with Memphis and the people in Memphis. Gangs, there's more gangs in LA where LeBron James plays for the Los Angeles Lakers. There's more gangs in LA. There's more robberies in LA. More NBA players have been harmed in LA. More NBA players' families have been in danger in LA. And you play for the Los Angeles Lakers. And you're talking about Memphis. A place you only got to go, 3-4 times a year? The hotel is bad. Wow, you had to spend one day in a hotel. Mr. Billionaire LeBron James can't stay one day in a hotel when you used to sleep on people's couches, going from house to house over in Akron. And you know what? Those people's houses you slept on, you left all of those people behind. LeBron, you left all them people behind who let you, when your mother didn't have a place to stay. These are just regular people from the neighborhood that let y'all stay there. Y'all didn't have no heat, no lights. They let you stay there. They said, let them come stay here. No heat, no light, no nothing. They said, let LeBron them, y'all, and yeah, y'all can stay here, sleep on the couch. That old lady didn't ask you for nothing. And the fact that you ain't go back and do nothing for that woman, none of those people on that block in Akron who all finna get pushed out of their homes now, you would have think LeBron would have went back and said, oh, no, not her. She gave us a place for me to sleep and everything back when we ain't had no heat, nothing. They was like, Gloria ain't got no heat for them kids. Let them come on over here. But LeBron didn't do that. LeBron didn't care nothing about those people. He turned his back on all of them. They gentrified the whole area, fighting, kicking all those people out. LeBron didn't care. He's like, oh, I'll put a school up over there with my name on it. Knowing that school was used as a gentrification tool, LeBron has no ownership of the school whatsoever. No ownership. He doesn't control anything in the school. The state does. Instead of making it a charter school where he will be responsible for the academic curriculum of what the kids are taught, no, LeBron James chose to say, forget all that. We don't need it. Tax write-off. And now they get to use the school as a gentrification tool. Because where the school is, they're kicking out all the black families and moving white families in there so they can start going to the school that LeBron James supposedly made for the hood. It's all a facade. LeBron is the biggest phony in professional sports, biggest pawn, and anybody following him is a fucking idiot. Because I'm gonna tell you, this dude has no care for his people whatsoever. He is exactly what the city, the world don't need. Another LeBron. We don't need another him. We've seen guys like him. And they was like, what about Jordan? Jordan ain't did nothing for the hood. We know that. We know Jordan ain't did shit for the hood. But Jordan never pretended like he did. Jordan was like, oh, charity, that's my mom thing. I let my mom do that. I'll play ball. Politics, I'm out of that. See, Jordan was smart enough to know not to get myself in there and try to play the role. Mike never played the role. So you can't blame Mike. Don't blame a man who never tried to do what y'all wanted to put him as. He never tried to be that guy. Mike talked about play ball. That's what they was like. That's why I like Michael. Michael just shut up and dribble. And that's what he wanted to do. Now that he's in his later years, he want to do something and build a clinic and do all this stuff. Now he want to try to do something. And his, like, okay, let me try to do something because they are on to me. You don't care for his people. And they hate on Isaiah Thomas, and Isaiah Thomas then did more for black folks in the hood everywhere. In every city, Isaiah Thomas was doing something for the hood. Period. And y'all disrespect him every chance y'all get. That's the problem. Propaganda and media promotion. He's like, that's part of the deal of the boule. You can't help other people. Of course. I know that. Once Diddy felt he was in position to do certain things, things happened. Once Michael Jackson said, hey, we could do this, things happen. Every time they tried to get Aaron Carter to lie on Michael Jackson and say Michael Jackson harmed him. And he was like, and his own mother was in on it. And Aaron Carter would not do it. And the mother was scared for his life because he wouldn't play along with it. He said MJ got 4 to 5 affordable hospitals in North Carolina. When did he do that? 2020 what? Get my point? Like I said, he's just now trying to do something now. Mike played how many years? When he was Air Jordan, he wasn't doing the damn thing. Because the lie has become legend. So when the lie becomes legend, everybody runs with the lie. The lie then became a legend now, so we just need to run with it. That's the way they see it now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm telling you, we ain't got a cap. It's right here. They even got it right here. I'll pull it up for you. Wanda Reeves provided shelter for LeBron and his mother during times of extreme instability. During the wintertime, and they didn't have heat in their house, they would go stay with Miss Wanda. Guess what Miss Wanda was? Well, I don't know if she's still alive today, but she was in. Miss Wanda was in no other place than Akron in the same house. No help from LeBron, nothing. They had Mr. Jenkins, they had Chris Dennis, Coach Drew, and then these the white people that he stayed with. This was Frankie and Pam Walker, I think. Oh no, that might not be them. That might be the when he was in 4th grade. Okay, yeah. That's the Walker family. They took him in 4th grade and let him stay there when Gloria was out there hoeing and on drugs. So they provided him with a stable home. So, to stay in school and, providing discipline and all this stuff. Yeah, that's who that is. That was before he got there. LeBron secretly hated Coach Drew. Of course he did. Like LeBron has been the most entitled professional athlete in history. And the fact is that he doesn't do anything for the communities. He doesn't reach back for his people. For him to speak on his people this way, because he is making this about black people and targeting cities. They don't want you anyway. Nobody in Memphis said they wanted you there. But you got to understand, there's possibly some LeBron James fans in Memphis. Look at what you did and how they feel stupid as hell now following behind you. Man, I look at it from a place of reality. And when you're being realistic about a situation, that's the only thing that matters in said philosophy, right? In my book, that's the way it goes. You either real or you're fake. I don't like Ohio because of the police. Black people are arrested more in Ohio than any other place in the world, or harassed and killed by the police in the state of Ohio. So I don't like going to Ohio. Every time I went there or Cleveland, it was problems for no reason. Shooting on a basketball outside on the rim. We got a ball in the trunk. We're shooting basketball. And they're like, hey, do you live in the community? It's like, this is a park. Yeah, but this is normally, no, it's a park. That means anybody can come here and shoot a basketball. What are you bothering us for? You know, these are some of the things you're going to have to deal with. We're all rooting for them. Unfortunately, Bear loves this place because he was born there. Stop it, you know. You should know, Bear, more than anything. LeBron has done nothing for your town. Now he just dumped on Cleveland. He says he hate going back to Cleveland. After all y'all did for him, sending him, had the big projector up there showing and honoring him, he talking about he hate to go there. I hate going back to Cleveland. And he's from Cleveland. He said, I live in Cleveland. That's facts. They say it's private property. They harassed us for shooting a basketball at a rim. No one's doing any violence at all because we decided to shoot basketball at a rim on a basketball court. I could see if it was late at night and we're playing late at night. I said, wow, this is crazy. Yeah, well, my thing is, do you stand with LeBron James now, knowing everything that you know? What has he done for the people of Akron, the town that he's from? Nothing. The biggest gentrification around. So LeBron is the worst kind of hypocrite. He's a hypocrite with power. He got money, so he's dangerous. And these are the type of people they put out there in the world to calm down people like us and make us believe the narratives that they believe. That we're supposed to believe, oh, Memphis is the most dangerous place in the world. I can't go to Memphis. So now you're trying to mess up money for a city that has a lot of black people in it, right? People be, I'm scared to go to Memphis now. LeBron said it's bad. LeBron don't even be in the streets of Memphis. LeBron don't go nowhere. That's why I'm like, what in the world is this man talking about? Do you shop in Milan? You go to different countries. You are in a bubble. Like that Wizard of Oz thing. Woo! Glinda the White Witch, that's you. You live in a bubble. You're not real. You're not part of society anymore. You're not a person that walks down the street going and kicking it. No. You go from house to house. You go from one millionaire's house to another millionaire's house. The hell are you talking about? You are so unplugged from reality, you don't know what you're talking about. And he plays for the Lakers. LA is the most dangerous place there is. That's why. Wow, they really came with the sabotage Sally. Yeah, you see that? Oh, okay. Now they done got me mad. They want to come with the sabotage Sally game. Okay. We doing sabotage Sally? That's all you had to say, Brian. Mm-mm-mm. So let's look at the inner belt plan, right? They want a new economic and community development center in the black neighborhoods of Akron. You see, the people of Akron has been seeing this for a while, and LeBron James is at the anchor of it. He wants to move out the black people in Akron and move in white people. So let's go into what they're not telling y'all about. Let's show y'all what's really cooking here. Now, this whole thing here is supposed to generate all this money coming in. More than a year of interviews, workshops, and everything. The city of Akron, they got a master plan here. And this inner belt, oh my gosh, this is it. See, more than a year of interviews, workshops, community discussions, the city of Akron has released a master plan that aims to repair the harm caused by the construction of the interbelt and the destruction of the neighborhood in its path. What neighborhood is that? The Black neighborhood. The plan that was developed by Sasaki, a Boston plant-based engineering firm, acknowledges it will take decades and tens of millions of dollars to implement the litany of proposals that extend far beyond the current decommissioned portion of the highway. Right? Now, all of this is done. That's supposed to be new roads, increased new housing and improvements that can better the area and connect to downtown. They're like, oh, this is so wonderful. Right? This is LeBron James's town, right? He wants to forget he ever was in Akron. But you're so connected to the people, LeBron. Why aren't you there to save them? Save them, Bron. Please come save them. Why aren't you saving them, Bron? You see, the reason why LeBron won't save him is because he's all a part of it. Him getting to school over there, I promise. You promise to do what? Get tax write-offs? Clearly, you must have some sort of a plan, right? No plan? What? So, everybody know what's going on with Route 59. But just in case you said I was lying. The construction of Interbelt Freeway, Route 59. They call it the Urban Renewal Project, displacing hundreds of Black families and destroying the vibrant Howard Street business district. This project cut off downtown from West Akron, with efforts focusing on reversing the damage in the Interbelt Master Plan. Right? Hundreds of Black families and their businesses, including those on Howard Street, was forced to move due to property seizures. The city of Akron is developing a master plan to repurpose the decommissioned section of the Interbelt with a goal of reconnecting the neighborhoods and repairing the economic damage. Right? Where was LeBron? LeBron, where you at? You ain't want to help your city? They need you, Bron. You helped them destroy Akron and kick Black people out. It was the largest gentrification in the whole state of Ohio. In your city, Akron. Where was LeBron? Did he tweet about it? No tweets. Nothing. Act like it didn't exist. I'm more than an athlete. Yeah, you more than an athlete. You're a bitch ass nigga. That's what you are. So because of that, he's in this situation over and over again. So to hear him make those remarks publicly was a shock. But I'm not surprised he did it because that's what he is. He's not respected anywhere as far as he's the fake poster child, like he's on the left or he's for the people and all that. He only pretends to be. Wearing an I can't breathe shirt and taking a knee. I should be the one taking a knee. Right, the people of Akron know this dude that ain't did nothing for them. LeBron has been a pathetic example of a professional athlete. And they can say, well, other athletes have said the same thing. It don't matter. It's LeBron. He's the face of it. They made him the face. That's why he's not respected. Well, there's a lot of different angles people can take when you start seeing when you start seeing the angles that people play. No, I never seen it as that. My whole thing is when a black woman that helped you in your life and this woman, when you had no heat in your house, I've never heard LeBron mention this woman in any stances ever. He never mentioned her. You never mentioned Wanda Reeves. That's Wanda Reeves. All you gave her was an autographed picture of you. And LeBron autographed the picture and gave it to her. This is the woman this is the woman. You didn't even go meet this woman, LeBron. This is the woman house you used to stay at when y'all didn't have heat. And she would let y'all stay in her house during the cold winter times. She opened her doors to you. She didn't know you were going to be a superstar athlete or nothing. And this is the thanks. This is the thanks she get for opening her doors. You sent her, like, oh, here, give her this picture. That's LeBron. That's y'all man's. Her last name is Reeves, too. That's y'all man's. Like I said, he just doesn't care. Mm-hmm. Let's look at the LeBron James school. I promise. What the hell did they promise? LeBron James I Promise School in Akron has faced scrutiny due to low state testing scores, with reports showing no 8th grade students passed the state math test in 3 years. No 8th grade students have passed math tests, the state math test, in 3 years. Not one of them. They haven't done it since they were in 3rd grade. So it's not just the 8th grade class. They haven't been passing it since the 3rd grade. Look, only 2.7 of 7th graders passed the state math test in 2025. The Ohio Department of Education ranks the schools as 1-star school in achievement. 1 star. The LeBron James Family Foundation has emphasized their long-term commitment to these students, noting that they often start significantly below grade level. Really? The school specifically serves students in the lowest 25% academically within the district, right? While the proficiency is low, the school has sometimes met state benchmarks for progress. Individuals do grow. Now, let me tell you what's really going on here. It's a tax write-off. LeBron isn't teaching them. No, he's screwing them. No one's teaching them. Okay? One of the teachers was arrested for beating up a student, for slapping a student or something up in there. Look, I'm telling you right now what's going on. The school is not ran by LeBron James, and he doesn't have a charter school where it's basically ran on donations. This way, you can control the academic curriculum there. This is just another state school with LeBron James's name on it. LeBron has no control over anything that goes on there. He has nothing, no attachments to it, just that it's got pictures of him all over the school, and they got his name on it, the LeBron James I Promise School. You promised to do what? LeBron's been to that school 2 times. when it opened, and then some award thing they were doing. That's it. He's never been at that school again. Now they got to hire Joe Clark in there. Man, I heard these damn grades were down, LeBron. We got to get them up. If you can't pass the basic math test, how can you get a job? Oh, LeBron, how can you get a job? You can't, son. You can't. You got to use your brain cells, son. You got to use your brain cells. If we can't control them, how can we teach? LeBron gonna be like, man, I just want to. The bet, is that even necessary? Yes, it's necessary, because if one of them went up on me, I'm gonna crack him upside the goddamn skull. Now, they used to call me Crazy Joe, but now they can call me Batman. Now, LeBron, I want to have a conversation with you because your name is on the school. What's the school song? Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. Not Like Us? Yeah. They not like us. They not like us. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Who's not like us? Who wants to be like us right now? We're low in everything. We're at 2.7%. You take roids, don't you, boy? Well, they've never proved anything. There's performance enhancing. No, these are just supplements. No, you're on roids, ain't you, boy? Stop lying. You're on roids. You know what roids do? It kills your brain cells, son. It kills your brain cells. You're already killing yourself. Might as well go on and jump. What? Yeah, jump. We're on the roof. Go on and jump. Quit wasting time. You done failed at school. You done failed everything. Failed the Los Angeles Lakers. You done failed everywhere you went. Just jump. Go on. The black community don't need you, LeBron, so go on and jump. Man, I'm telling you. Right, you already lost your hair. Go on and jump. But I'm not taking. I'm gonna jump off the roof, but I'm not taking steroids. Just jump. Who gonna catch me? Jump, boy. Now that LeBron James has proven to the whole world and to myself and the others that he just ain't worth the damn, what is the next proclivity? That we need to address here. We've addressed that he's a big phony. He didn't even take care of the people that took care of him, who made sure he had a house and home. We've seen Akron. We've seen Akron fall. Akron has fallen. And because Akron has fallen, It's all on the shoulders of LeBron. It's his fault. This was on his watch. And it's the sad part of it. Because the Los Angeles Lakers did nothing but make LeBron James rich. He doubled his net worth being a Los Angeles Lakers. And that's the only reason why he wanted to come to the Lakers. He didn't care about winning championships for LA. And that's why all you Laker fans, you guys have been fooled. Besides the bubble championship, the Lakers have never been a serious contender. They had to get Luka Doncic in charge. They thought Anthony Davis was going to be the guy, and they dumped him out like garbage. And they traded him for Luka Doncic, a trade that made no sense, and nobody would ever, that was an NBA move. We got to make a move now, or it's not going to work. AD's hurt again. So how are we going to justify trading a guy that's hurt for a guy that's hurt? It's ridiculous. Yeah, my boy, yeah, that was his thing, man. Like, Michigan's number one, and he's raving about it. So he had a party last night to celebrate all of it. So I showed up. Yeah, since they sacrificed Kobe. I just find it very ironic that Kobe lost his life right after LeBron passed it in the scoring records. I mean, his last post was to LeBron James, congratulating him on passing the record. That's crazy. Yeah, I know. I got it on my phone. The 5-5 was there, and I sent that to my boy so he can have it. Yeah. I like the 5-5, Fab 5. I hate UConn. So my thing is this. I'm in a dilemma. I hate UConn. I don't like that Michigan beat Alabama. But I'm going to have to go with Michigan for the championship game. I'm going to have to. Can't let UConn win. No. Can't let UConn win this. I don't want to hear this Cinderella crap no more. And that's what they're doing. They building this up for that. But yep. Oh, I hate UConn. I hate UConn with a passion. I don't think I've ever liked UConn. Only thing I liked from UConn was Ben Gordon. That was about it. That was the only thing from UConn. I like UConn. Nah. So now, I'm quite sure LeBron has something slick to say about Detroit soon too. Who wants to play in Detroit? Nobody wants to play in Detroit. He's like, I'm 41. I don't like playing in Milwaukee. Or Milwaukee. It seems like you got a problem with playing with places that black people are around. You know what I mean? White people in Milwaukee. Now, true, if you're an NBA player and you play for the Bucks, you might suffer a home invasion. One or two. It depends, you know. No, I just think a little differently. So when it comes down to it, when people look at the facts of the situation, things that Kwame was saying, I just felt that was out of bounds to say that about a city of Memphis when that's not what the whole city is about. Plus, there's been no real recorded any incidents where NBA players have run into trouble in Memphis. So it's not based on anything factual. It's based on the stereotype of there's crime in the city. So yeah, nobody want to go there because there's crime in the city. It's crime everywhere. It's crime. And I'm like, for LeBron to say that, it's crazy when he played for the Lakers. But then again, he shouldn't be talking like that to white folks anyway. And then they're not ever going to Memphis. And just like LeBron is. These are multimillionaire white guys who live in a bubble. They don't frequent around other people who are not multimillionaires. So this is the mentality. So if you see this as the mentality, now I'm quite sure other NBA players might say that. They might echo the same sentiments. They're multi-million-dollar people. But that's the kind of ignorance that you're going to run into. Because I can't tell you anywhere where there is a NBA player or a team in said NBA that are making these type of observations, like where they actually live in the city they play in. Nobody does. Nobody on the Bulls live in the city that they're playing in. Maybe some of the G Leaguers, and they haven't had any problems. None of the Lakers live in Los Angeles. Nobody. LeBron don't live in Los Angeles. So I'm like, you play for the Los Angeles Lakers, but you don't live in Los Angeles, LeBron. Why is that? You know why, right? So you like playing for the Lakers, though. See, he couldn't have got away with that question with me. I'd be like, well, the Los Angeles is more dangerous, and they've had home invasions of professional athletes. There's never been none reported in Memphis. Why all this vitriol for Memphis? Top notch T, she already shook his hand in the beginning. She went down the line, she shook his hand and everybody's hand that was there. Then he wanted to shake hands at the middle of, as they always do, shake hands before the game at the middle. She was already coaching her team. She doesn't like Gino. Gino don't like her. It is what it is. Out of all the cities, why Memphis though? Because Memphis is known for for being pretty much hood, just black folks being black folks. Then he said Milwaukee. Then after he tried to clean it all up, he gonna sit there and say, "Oh, I don't like going home either." Like LeBron, nobody cares, bro. I just think it's very disrespectful to the city of Memphis. You know, especially when crime is down 30%. Everybody's improving. Now, Kwame Brown said it's a pimping and whoring business. Dude, what do you think Los Angeles is? If that's every city. Hell, we got a whole street dedicated to it in Chicago. It's like they just know what's going on down that street. You go down Madison Ave, that's what it was. Hey, baby, you need a date? All right, this dude's like, Mike Miller still lives here. That's what I can't wait to see what Mike Miller got to say about this. So for him to single out Memphis just shows you the disconnect LeBron has in connection with the real world. His disconnect with the real world is this is why people like Bronny, who's been sheltered their whole lives, they're going to be completely confused about everything that's going to happen. Like, they have no idea what it's like in the real world. And let me repeat once again, no players, like visiting players, players that played for the Grizzlies, have had problems with people in the streets of Memphis. Ja Morant home got raided in Tennessee, in Eads, where he lives, because of his involvement in some street activity. Okay? Ja got involved in some street activity. So that's what happened. Lorenzen Wright died because his wife set him up to get some insurance money. Set him up to be killed. It's horrible. But that's the realities. Nobody has been harmed in Memphis. Those people care about the players and their team. But LeBron's idea is, why don't they move to Nashville? Why the fuck? Why don't they move to Nashville? That's what really, see, people didn't listen to the whole thing. I've listened to every word you said, LeBron. I heard the whole thing. You was kissing them white people's ass so much, and then he took the bass out of his voice. He sounded like a damn 20-year-old white girl. Because I told you, that's his real voice. Hi, are we watching Downton Abbey later? Because I'm not missing anything. But when he want to interview us, he, yeah, and, yep, because, that's what we do, you know. Yep. Nashville is overrated. Nashville is not a basketball town. They can care less about having an NBA basketball team in Nashville. The people in Nashville are like, we don't want to, I don't watch the NBA basketball. They don't want that. They want NASCAR, football, and maybe high school and college basketball, and that's it. LeBron's a phony, and he's always been a phony. So for him to say that and saying, well, that's what other players in the league are saying, that's because they're stupid. He said, I'm from Memphis, and this hadn't been no crime for a year straight. Before they sent the National Guards to the city, he might as well say he don't like black folks. Yeah, you might as well say you don't like black folks. Like he said, did I ever say I didn't like black people? You might as well say it. And we like black folks is like, bro, you want to go over there, be with them. Stop trying to pretend you down with us. Nobody wanted you to have a I can't breathe shirt and take a knee. Get your ass up and going over there with them white folks like you always do. Stay over there. Nobody needs you. But this is black people's fault. This y'all fault. Turn on this little light for a minute. I don't want y'all to see me. This y'all fault. And the reason it's y'all fault is because y'all put up this facade. Y'all had this LeBron James out here believing he was greatest thing since the greatest invention since the wheel. Y'all promoted this thing and y'all went along with it and carried it. Y'all went around and said, this guy is exactly who we need. Now I told you, LeBron is exactly what I said he was. Propaganda piece. They used him to sell products. Now he can't move a damn thing no more. He can't move a couch. You brought in a magnet ball to highlight every damn thing you do. And what are you running to now? And thank you for the super chat too. Everybody on the Cash App. Let me get my phone to see if y'all sent some Cash Apps. Cash App name is Carcino. We're gonna read some of those. I have my phone on the charger. So everything could be charged up. I'm charged up. Oh, let's go to the Cash Apps. All right, Terry. Terry says, F LeBron. Thanks for the Cash App, man. He said, I don't know why his fans can't see it. LeBron doesn't give a damn about you or anything. He's selfish. You can clearly see it because they don't want to see it. When they believed in something and they know they've already went to that side, they're like, I got to find a reason to justify why I'm here. They can't say, oh, damn, I fucked up. I shouldn't be here. It's like it's not they think it's an indictment on them because they believed in LeBron for all these years. To go back to the other side, they can't do it. They got like, I'll be wrong. So they think of reasons to. It's just like Trump, right? Trump give you a new reason every day you defend him on something. No, because he's got a plan. And then the next interview, we don't need a plan. We just need to attack. See, Trump don't really need a plan. You just said he had a plan. Now you say he don't need a plan. We don't need a plan. What we need to do is attack. He's right. And then the next day be like, I never said we didn't have a plan. I just said the plan was attack. And we've already won. Yeah, we won. It was a good war. We won, though. But we're just going to keep fighting anyway for just a few more weeks. Just to make sure we won. Like, we won. We've already won, like, when I said it 3 weeks ago, then we won again. Now we're going to win. So we won. Now we need to won. And people will back it up once again. And they don't want to be wrong. And they've already wrong. I don't want to vote for Kamala Harris. She's going to have us in 1,000 wars. Her and Biden, that's all they wanted to do was go to war. Now we're in a war. They were going to raise up gas prices. Look at the food. Everything was up with them. Trump's going to bring it all down. Gas is the highest it's been in 7 years. And this is the first year. And you know what? People are still sticking with Trump. Oh my God, saying you flirting with me? Oh my God. Telling me I'm supposed to be her husband? Jesus Christ. I'm running into some crazy cash outs. I appreciate it. Matt was saying, he was talking about Happy Easter, bro. Oh, thank you. Happy Easter to those people out there. Okay, a lot of people ain't even responding to LeBron. They're saying something entirely different. He was like, the GOAT ball handlers. This is so much disrespect to Isaiah Thomas. Kyrie, Allen Iverson, James Harden, and Chris Paul. Yeah, that is very disrespectful. Very disrespectful to Zeke. Does anybody have a comment? I appreciate all the super chats. These are just like basically just saying, do your thing and emojis. Now, sorry about that. They didn't have anything new, but if you send something on Cash App now, I could read it. But yeah, y'all didn't send anything about LeBron. That was crazy. Talking about some you flirting with me, you supposed to be my husband. Yeah, so that was the first woman to ever flirt with Cito. Yeah, I wish that was the case. But yeah, let me go answer these messages that I got. All right, we'll chat later. Deuces.